What up? What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gunn Eagle Eye. Excuse me, Gunn Eagle Eye from Chig Flicks, the channel where I present to you movie reviews, music reviews, and the occasional whatever I feel like reviews. But generally speaking, it'll be movie reviews or trailer reviews that I will talk about on the channel. I have had a couple of reviews or requests to review the Dave album, which I will do at some point. Love the album. Might as well just give that a little spoiler there. But I like to really break down like things like song by song and stages and stuff like that. I've never really done that out loud. I've always done that like with friends or in private or in deep thoughts, but I've never really done that like on a kind of a podcasty type of level. So I'm gonna try and think about the way I'm gonna do that, and probably sometime within the next week or so, I will look to do that. Maybe after a long day, and I've had a couple of sips of um, rum or something, and I might just do that and just let it fly and see how it sounds. So keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, so we'll do that. Um, this will be the first of two reviews. Had an opportunity to go see Suicide Squad. So I'm gonna review that now. I also had an opportunity to see another film quite recently, so I will be able to review that also. Do me a favor as you watch these, particularly this channel. It's at a delicate stage of growth, so I need every single like I can get. So as soon as you climb onto this thing, if you could just do me a quick free favor, that's all you gotta do is just oi, and it's done. The like is done. That'd be fantastic. All right, let's get into it and let's talk about this movie, shall we? Let's talk about the Suicide Squad, starring Harley Quinn, Idris Elba, and John Cena. Not necessarily three people I would think about putting together. Obviously, the fourth one in there is Joel Kinnaman. Kinnaman. I like him as an actor, though, but yeah, tends to play a very similar straight actor in a lot of his films. But I do like him. I do like him as an actor. Um, but yeah, not necessarily people that I would even think would have chemistry like that. But actually, it worked. I thought the four of them together, along with the rest of the ensemble, was really really good. Let me just flat out come out and say it. I thought this was a good movie. They did. I don't think it was as good as it could have been, and maybe that's me setting the bar too high. Knowing what James Gunn can do, knowing what he did for what's it called? Um, oh my gosh, my brain is gone. Knowing what he did for Chris Pratt's film, which I've now forgotten the name of. Such an idiot. I'll remember it in a second. Knowing what he did for that movie, um, I was expecting, I think, sky high type results. We just about missed sky high type of results. But I thought it was a good movie nonetheless. I think let's talk about the really good parts of the movie. I thought that for me, I hate John Cena as an actor. I just don't think it works. More more often than not, I think he kind of overacts or tries to be a bit too clever, or he does this kind of style of everybody's in the secret type of acting. If you know what I mean by that, you'll know what I mean. I hate when John Cena acts like that. However, I actually thought this was his best acting job. I thought he was fantastic in this movie. You know, I thought he was funny without being overbearing. thought got serious when he needed to get serious. Played a sinister role when he needed to be a sinister role. I thought he was wonderful in the movie. I thought Idris Elba led the line very, very well. Um, you never know sometimes with Idris, because I know that a lot of the reason that he was so, and I couldn't agree more. A lot of the reason he was so pissed leaving Thor was the fact that his movie part was just so, it was so wasted. It was so marginalized in the end that he just became so unhappy under Marvel. So he said that upon joining DC, he wanted a role in which at least he didn't necessarily need to be the star, but just have a very prominent feature in the story. And obviously, in this story, it was one of the new characters. He was Bloodsport. We find out later in the movie that he had put Superman in the hospital. So this was a guy who was a big deal, someone who had an ability and power, and to be able to put Superman in hospital. We knew that he was a big deal automatically, and he led the line very, very well, very, very well. Um, Harley Quinn, as per usual, my girl was as brilliant as she always is in these movies. Um, I thought she was fantastic in the first movie. I thought she was great in her own movie. Um, and what's her name? You know, Margot Robbie was as brilliant in this movie as before. And then, like I said, Joel Kinnaman just did his usual straight man role. But what I liked about it was actually all four of them worked really well, not just with each other, but it was like an ensemble. Like you forget that actually only Harley was in the first movie. Okay, Joel Kinnaman was as well, but only those two were the first movie. Um, yes, I understand that Jay Courtney was also in the first movie as well. You'll see what happens there. That's all I'm gonna say. Poor Jake Courtney. Uh, um, Viola Davis. I must admit, I like Viola Davis, right? I like her. I think she's a wonderful actress. But you know why I like her in these movies? You can't help but think, right? And it's not often you think this about women, right? But you can't help but think when she plays this role, what a cunt. And she does that so well. She does it so well. She's in the movie just saying, what a cunt. What a cunt. And she does it really, really well. Really, really well. You don't often think that about women. Like, guys, when guys play that role, sometimes you're able to kind of think it very quickly. It's your first emotion. Whereas with women, you won't necessarily, you just think, oh, what a bitch. She goes so far beyond that very, very quickly when you're watching. I think that's the biggest compliment I can pay to her. She reaches cunt level very, very quickly. To the point where, let's just say, she provokes a reaction. There's a little spoiler alert. Um, but yeah, I think all in all, I thought it was a good movie. I think it's the movie that should have happened the first time, very, very clearly. This was very much designed to be the sequel to the first movie. I think that was clear. So yeah, I think all in all, I thought it was a really good movie. The plot of the movie is essentially that these guys have been sent to South America to stop a government which has been overthrown by an anti-American regime who have a big, big plan. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I think check it out. My grade for this movie will be a B plus. Like I said, I think there was a good movie. Definitely room for improvement. Definitely an improvement on what the first movie was. but it didn't quite reach where I expected it to, or where I hoped it would, and where it should have been. And I think that is my fault. It was my fault because I went into it with the wrong mindset. I went into it with a guy who completely made a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy. Finally, remember the name of the movie. Guardians of the Galaxy made that into a movie that I love, and that's a movie that actually, if you had described it to me before actually seeing it, there's no way I would have had any interest in wanting to watch it. Never mind loving it. So I think that's where it slightly fell down for me. But that's more my taste. I think that's more my problem. I suspect people will love this movie more than I will. So I think definitely go check it out. B plus is the rating that I'm going to give it. You guys, in the meantime, let me know what you thought. Have you seen the movie yet? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this review, also give it a thumbs up and share it around. That would be really, really helpful. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if you're watching this live, and we'll catch you again soon. Take care. Peace.